Welcome back to 911 Crypto Channel. Watch this video from 2020, where Joe Biden was asked how his career would end before he was even sworn into office. Biden's response was, in quote, "I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign." Kamala then cracks a crooked smile. This has always been an exit plan. Listen to this conversation from 3 years ago.
I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. We don't have that. We haven't, and we discussed at length our views on foreign policy, on domestic policy, on intelligence. And the great thing is she has a background in the Senate on intelligence, the Intelligence Committee. She has a background in the Senate on a whole range of things that are going to be pertinent to what we have to do. But it's going to be, I think so much is going to be incoming, Jake. Yeah. It's a matter about who takes what when.
Do you remember this clip back in 2001?
Some prominent men, including in 2001, former talk show host Montel Williams. Back then, he was the famous one and had to introduce her to the paparazzi. Now the whole world knows who she is.
So Joe Biden endorses Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee for the 2024 presidential election. Please subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell notification. Let's take a look what is going on in the crypto market. Just in, US, Black Rock and Fidelity have increased their Bitcoin ETF holdings to a combined total of 504,040 BTC, worth $33.8 billion. After that, CNBC discusses the idea of the U.S. potentially holding Bitcoin as a reserve currency under Donald Trump. Listen what they have to say.
And so, yeah, he's going to speak very positively about Bitcoin here at the conference.
Do you think that these favorable comments could go so far as to indicate that he'd be open to it being a reserve currency for the U.S.?
Yeah, so there were some rumblings of that on X this week. It could be something that's very difficult to get done, but it is possible. The Justice Department holds about 200,000 units of Bitcoin. So the United States is the largest holder of Bitcoin. And so they could easily just move that over to the Department of Treasury and start right there and have 13 billion worth of Bitcoin on the balance sheet. So it is a possible move. It just could be tough to get done. But what happens is the Justice Department, in holding these units of Bitcoin, they've been a random seller in the space. And so if they move from being a random seller at times, which could push the price of Bitcoin down, over to being a long-term hodler, well, that could be really good for the space and push prices up.
A quick reminder, a big day for Ethereum ETFs should start trading tomorrow. What is going on with Solana token? Looks like Solana has performed a green circled weekly candle. Closed successful retest of the red area as new support. Could enable trend continuation to the upside over time. Let's take a look what has been trending as of July 22nd. Top gainers of the day. First place, AIT Protocols. Second place, Mumu Bull plus 30%. And third place will be Muse World plus 28%. The most bullish tokens under $140 million through $160 million market cap. Up next, we got a deck screener trending projects on Base platform. We also got top 10 trending on Solana ecosystem. And we got top NFT projects by social activity as of today. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin is building a new cluster of price action in the $65,000 through $71,500 in red box. What this means for price over the coming period is that the main support will be $65,000 and the main resistance $71,500. Bitcoin will meander everywhere in between. Not only has the retest been successful, but Bitcoin also has a chance to form a new higher high for the first time in months. Japanese public company Metaplanet buys another 200 million worth of Bitcoin. Looks like a Bitcoin rush begun. And that's all for today's video. If you found this context helpful, please subscribe and share this video. As always, thank you for watching. See you in the next report.